Hey, I decided to get dressed up slightly. What I think I'll do is I'm not able to dress up every day, but I think I'll kind of dress up like maybe a couple times a week. Maybe on like Sunday and one other or two other days out of the week simply because why not? So yeah. What else was there? I thought the puppies were cute. It's like fat, happy, and healthy puppies. They're adorable. I think they're really cute anyways. Um, yeah, I hope all of them get sold. Especially especially since it's like they're full-blooded and such, and you can kind of tell that they're full-blooded. So yeah, hopefully they get sold. Oh, I did pickleball earlier, and then also there was a situation in which, like, I was like, totally cool with some other workers, or at least I thought. What happened was that one of the workers was like, well, I want to get back at you for like something that happened last year in which they were being petty. I went ahead and posted a review. Things calmed down, and then I took down the review because I was like, oh, things have improved. No, what ended up happening was that I took down the review, and about a week ago on Saturday, they went ahead and are like, oh yeah, they have to do this, you have to do this, like you can't do this. You have to get both. Oh yeah, and you can't use a big plate, you can only use a small plate for the salad bar. You have to get both chicken nuggets and french fries. I only wanted french fries. And then she told me that, and then she told one of the other, or a couple of the other workers that, and one of the employees started laughing in regards to what they told me, and it's like, okay, I thought we were past that. I didn't realize we were still 15 years old. Like, so, yeah, I thought, bygones are bygones. And so what I ended up doing, because it's like, yeah, no, like, the person is corrected, move on, let it go. And I'm like, okay, this is going to keep going on because they've, I guess they have a petty attitude. In general, it's like, oh, I've been kind of mean to her before, so she'll accept it. And like one of the ladies, I tried to be nice. I really did. And eventually I realized, like, no matter how nice I try, like, I talk to her and such, she's not gonna change. So what ended up happening, I'll ask, how's your day going? And she's like, horrible. Why are all these students here? Like, they should all go home. I'm like, I can't go home. Like, my parents are not in the state at all. So yeah, and so like another time I'm like, yeah, basically like the food's what was it? She's like, I don't understand why everybody likes this food. And what was it? I don't understand why everybody likes this food. I create better food at home. I was like, and I explained to her, like, basically my mom, she went ahead and created the same like dinner dish every day. And so, like, this food for me is amazing. Not everybody likes it. I totally get it. But for me, oh my goodness, like, this is the best thing ever. And so, like, then I asked her, like, what would you eat if, like, or fix if you could? Or what do you make at home? And she said seafood. And I was like, oh, that sounds good. Because I personally am a huge fan of seafood. And I was like, yeah, that sounds so good. But my roommate is, like, really allergic to it. I also had a sweet meat in which she was deathly allergic. Like, I couldn't even open a package of tuna. Otherwise, it's like, hello, we have to call the hospital because she's going into anaphylactic shock. So I was like, yeah, like, I explained to her about that. And that was the last time I talked to her because, like, I had tried months of just trying to have a conversation with her. And no matter what, she'll, like, complain and get mad. And I'm just like, you know what? I tried. I really tried. And I'm like, it's not improving. It's not getting better. I think I'm going to go ahead and like just let it go, basically. So, yeah, but I went ahead, let the lady, the director of the cafeteria, know what happened. And she was like, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I was like, you know what? She's like, I'll get a free meal on us. She didn't realize I was a student. Because I'm a student, like, basically all our meals go through the system. Yeah, she's like, she confirmed who it was. And then she's like, I'm going to suspend the lady immediately. Because basically she's like, this isn't a one-time event. And then also there have been multiple like students. Like I was sitting near one of the managers and they asked a group of like 3 girls, and one of the girls was like, she always has an attitude. Like there's one lady who's older, and like as soon as I start talking to her and like having a conversation with her, she's cool. She's totally chill. And I'm just like, oh, like you're really nice. And she's like, basically it's like, oh, she just wants people to talk with her and treat her like a human being, and she's like burnt out. But this other lady, she's just like, man, why you're complaining about everything? And so yeah, I went ahead and I was like, you're complaining about everything. You're complaining about this job. You're not like, you've had students complain about you, and guess what? We're kind of paying your bill. I mean, like, it's not much, but like you have like 10,000 students come in, and they're paying about maybe like 1,500 for cafeteria food every semester. Like, you may not make $1 million, but we are like covering everything for you. We're covering your lights, your electricity bill, like that. I personally don't believe this customer is always right. She did explain, like the manager was like, the customer is always right. I explained like, I don't believe that the customer is always right, because like, you know, there's some people who are just jerks, but like I've experienced that. But like in this case, I'm like, yeah, the customer's right, like, because you shouldn't, that wasn't very nice. Like, you shouldn't, she explained like she shouldn't have laughed, basically. And so yeah, she did explain that people do try to so I'm glad that she like listened to me, and especially since I explained the situation. And I explained that, yeah, basically this is what happened, and one of the other employees, she found out what happened and she was not happy about it. And she was kind enough, because I'm not a huge fan of ranch, she was kind enough to go ahead and she offered to get me a different dressing. So she ended up getting me, like, she pulled out the different dressings and let me pick. And I was like, let's go with Zesty. There was one that was Thousand Island. There's an Italian dressing. Zesty was amazing, I would have to say. But yeah, overall, like, I was like, this is amazing. It was basically also the salad. It was basically like arugula. I think it was arugula. And it was mixed with raspberries and blueberries. And it was really good. It was really tasty. But I was just like, that should have never happened. Like, her doing that should not have happened. And my thing is, if you're miserable, like, I know this job pays the bills and takes care of you, but if you're miserable and you don't treat the job very well, then like, there are other jobs out there, and might be more manual labor, but like, you don't have to interact and be around customers, especially if you're like, I don't like the customers. And yeah, there are better jobs out there. Now, this is one of the few jobs here in which actually provides housing. The only other, like, for example, if you don't have enough money, or if you don't make enough money or have enough money, they actually have houses for employees, which I think is great. Like, I love it. I love the fact that they have houses for employees, especially with the rising cost of like housing and apartments and everything. So I'm very happy. But like, and then there's also campgrounds. There's that. But if it's like you're complaining about stuff things need to change. Like, one of two things need to be changed. Either A, like, especially if they're providing housing and you're working with customer service, either A, like, you need to change your attitude, or B, you need to change your job, because, like, that way you can find something better. So yeah, I'm glad I emailed her instead of leaving a review this time, because I'm like, we're gonna fix it. So I'm glad I emailed the lady, because I'm like, yeah, this has been going on way too long. Like, I purposely stopped talking to her and ignored her because I got really tired of just her very, very negative attitude, basically, and her complaining about us trying to live our lives, basically. So yeah, and it's like, hey, I just want to enjoy the food. Like, the food out there, like, we covered this food. So yeah, I was, yeah, and so yeah, I am glad that I emailed the manager, and I'm glad that the manager listened. There's those two things, and then I really hope that this takes care of everything. I really don't want any more drama. I'm so done with drama. Oh man. Yeah, I let her know. I really hope that, like, they won't be petty or, like, make fun of people from now on. Because the lady, like, again, anyways, okay, I'm gonna drop it. One sec. Shame on her. She knows better. She's younger than me, but she's older than the high schoolers here. Shame on her. So, anyways, aside from that, okay, I wish her well. I wish her a bright future, and that she learns to be thankful and grateful and content with what she does have, instead of complaining about what is going on. Especially if it's like, you have a job. Like, you have a job, there's food. Like, yeah, it's it's not, I admit, like, the job isn't hard. It's just somewhat long hours. You're always here. That's really all it is. You're always here. But yeah. I've been there. But yeah, they get, like, afternoons off between lunch and dinner. And I think they get breakfast between breakfast and lunch off. They're able to roam around. And wow, today is really, really nice. I actually originally had on a long sleeve shirt, and I realized it's kind of warm out. So I took it off, and then this is actually the shirt I wore during pickleball. And yeah, I think I'm learning and getting better slowly but surely. I'm going to go back and practice tomorrow. I'm also going to set up my apartment for my hair. And then I need to rearrange my writing center work schedule, because I'm like, wait a minute, I can't do Wednesdays anymore. But I'm going to double check it for, like, Tuesdays and Thursdays, or maybe, like, Wednesday afternoons, to see if there's anything I can do with that. And just, like, yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do that, and just, yeah, live life. Take care of stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, I thought it was cute. Oh, yeah, again, I thought this song was cute. It's like, hey, the shark is gonna eat you with a twinkle, twinkle, little star. That's cute. That's cute. I think that's about it. So, yeah, bye. Love you.